Good morning, St. Francis. Good morning, people of God. It is Thursday, the 8th day of June, 2023, Thursday of the 9th week of the year, the 9th week in Ordinary Time. It is the 4th day of our final provincial chapter here of Holy Name Province here at Siena College. So showing you today, this is kind of the beginning of one of the residence quads. There are a number of residences that have been built around the campus of Siena College in the past couple of years. But this is one of the earliest of, in fact, I think it is, aside from another one, this is one of the earliest residential areas here on the campus. This is Plasman Hall, named for one of the provincials of Holy Name Province, and for 3 glorious, wonderful years. This is where I resided when I was chaplain here at the college as a friar in residence. So my room actually was on the other side, on the 4th floor. So it's kind of nice to be back. It didn't have this beautiful little courtyard here when I was here, but it's kind of nice that they've kind of put it up together again like this. So Plasman Hall, the other 2 halls over here are Hennepin Hall, which is named for Louis Hennepin, the Franciscan who was the first European to discover Niagara Falls. He did not discover Niagara Falls, the native peoples did, but he was the first European to talk about it and to record it and to see it, so the mighty, wonderful Niagara Falls. And then the third residence hall over here is Ryan Hall, named for another one of our provincials in the past here, Holy Name Province. It's a lovely little tree lined and kind of forested, almost little quad area over here for people to be able to, students to be able to collect themselves, to meet together, to study outside, things like that. So kind of interesting. So there's Hennepin Hall behind me, and then you can see Ryan Hall right over there like that. So on this Thursday of the 9th week of the year, 9th week in Ordinary Time, the the reading from Tobit again continues. Now, what are we going to do about poor Tobit is still dealing with his sight not being able to be given to him, so and because of the bird droppings. But to deal with Sarah, the daughter of Raguel, who is a relative of Tobit, and her inability to get a husband, and the disgrace that she is suffering because of that, because she is plagued by the demon Asmodeus, who is preventing the consummation of marriages by killing her husbands as they are getting ready on their wedding night. So Raphael the angel is sent to be able to fix this, and Tobiah, the son of Tobit, is led to fall in love with Sarah, and they are married. So Raguel basically is the one who arranges the marriage and basically who declares them married, which is very interesting, as it is a woman who is doing this. But the question now arises, once they try to consummate the marriage, is Tobiah going to die at the hand of Asmodeus? And here, the most wonderful prayer, or one of the wonderful prayers in the Old Testament, is given by Tobiah and Sarah together. Tobiah says to Sarah on their wedding night, "Let us rise and pray to God that we will be protected, from all things as we enter into this union, into this happy life together." It is a wonderful reading of trusting God, of asking God to not just protect them from a demon, because Asmodeus' name is never mentioned in the prayer, but that to let their love grow and to let their love be fruitful, and to let their other people be touched by the love that they have. Again, which are wonderful understandings of marriage and what marriage should be for people who are believers in this world. We will see what happens tomorrow to Tobiah and Sarah, again left on a cliffhanger. Will they survive the night? Will they not? Will Raphael defeat Asmodeus? What's going on? We'll see that tomorrow. In the gospel today, the greatest of the commandments is asked. Which, again, a scribe who is sincere asked Jesus, "What is the greatest of commandments?" And Jesus gives the beginning of the 10 Commandments in the book of, as they are written in the book of Deuteronomy. Is the great Shema. You shall love, hear, O Israel, the Lord is God, the Lord is one. And then Jesus adds to that by talking about love. And that, again, you shall love the Lord your God, you shall love the neighbor, and you shall love your neighbor as yourself. Again, that isn't really one of the commandments, and it's good that Jesus puts that in, because the commandments by themselves, again, are a bunch of do's and don'ts, and they don't really cover much, and they seem to be devoid of feeling or sentiment. Don't kill, yes, okay, but then you have soldiers who are killing left and right, so it's not necessarily comprehensive enough. And so what Jesus does is make the commandments comprehensive with the understanding of love, that if they are not based in love, if they do not come from love, if they do not lead to love, then they are not commandments from God. And that is that is crucial to understand, and that is crucially important in our lives as believers. As Jesus says in this passage from Mark's Gospel, to love another person, to express love and to give love is worth more than all kinds of offerings or all kinds of ritual or all kinds of things, that you think God wants you to do and that God needs you to do. God needs you to love simply, only, fully, with all that we are, with all that we can be, with all that we dare to be. Love defines us as believers. It always has. It always will. We cannot create any kind of laws or commandments that do not have love as a background. We cannot tell people, don't do this, and not express in any way, shape, or form love connected with it. Because if love is absent from it, then it is a commandment that hurts. And commandments that hurts, again, are not commandments. They are not of God. They do not lead to God. And they do not open ourselves to the wonder and beauty of God's love around us. A continued blessed day, St. Francis and people of God. Continue to pray again for Holy Name Province in this final chapter, and may the Lord give you his peace.